This is Gregory Simmons from Anarchy in the Basement, which you can find on thesubtractive.com. I decided to make this video because I wanted to review Konami's disaster of a project, the new Contra game. When I first started playing, I noticed the characters were ridiculous, goofy, and did not feel like Contra at all. The DLC with the extra skins only applies to this hungry beast guy who looks really dumb. Here's some of the menus. This is the Transplant Menu. You can replace your body parts to give you boosts. It's along with the weapon system, they're both very complicated processes. It's really unclear as to what does what. So you go to the surgery room where you can change body parts, and that makes you more of a badass character. You modify your weapons. It's very unclear as to how they get better. I don't get it. It's so involved. It's crazy. I haven't played enough of the game to actually understand it. I don't know if I will. This game is horrible. It's garbage. The weapons themselves are okay. You start off with 4 characters and 2 weapons. 2 of the characters have the same weapons. It's they overheat, so if you hold it down too long. There's a first-person Contra type, which I do like. This is sort of a throwback. I think that's pretty cool. The combat itself is not bad. Interactive environments. You can blow stuff up. You gotta collect these canisters. If you don't collect them in a certain amount of time, they will blow up. It is vaguely reminiscent of Contra until we get to this finishing move. For one guy every level, you have to do this finishing move, and it's just crazy. The animation is crazy. You pull a sword out of a torso, you slash a black screen, and then that happens. And I don't know what that is. The animation is pretty bad. It's horrible. It's cheesy. Contra does find its way to switch between first person, third person, and ISO view. But it's only because they want to recycle the same 2 levels for the entire game. And the controls are kind of fucked. I mean, it is a twin stick, so that part is easy, but the controls feel very groggy. You go to turn and it takes you a long time. And these levels are grind. They're very grindy, slow levels. Not all things are horrible. The interactions with the environments and blowing shit up, that's pretty cool. You know, the waves of enemies, if you're into that thing, that's cool too. But then we get to, you can't pause the game. Even though I'm playing in single player offline, you still can't pause, which is really annoying. And what's the worst thing is if you fire off a bomb, this happens. And I'm not sure how they could have made this more ridiculous looking. A horse juts out of your gut, and apparently everyone dies. There's a couple of pointless interactions with the environments you can do, like kicking this tank and destroying it, and that's really the only way to end that level. The boss battles are embarrassing because they keep running into the walls. If you notice in this level, the first time I got a special weapon was conveniently during this boss fight. It was a cool weapon. It would have been nice to use it against waves of bad guys. Here's the same level yet again in a different perspective. It would be an enjoyable game, but the controls and the fact that you can't control the camera really makes it for a frustrating experience. Especially in this part. So there's this big guy in the back sort of lumbering towards you. He's blocking the other guy. I can't really see him too good. And he pegs me for half my health. It's just not fair. Every boss is exactly the same. Other than they do different things, they all look exactly the same. Once again, during this boss fight, I end up behind the boss. The Camel betrays me, and I'm at 0 health. And I'm not dead. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. Here's that sweet finishing move. One more time for you. It's very horrible. Here's another boss. Same boss, just now he has armor and a yo-yo. And this boss, so notice the clock in the upper left-hand corner. We're at 12.5 minutes and we're starting the fight. These fights take so long. and it's really, really unnecessary, and it's really frustrating. So he's got a few moves, one where he splashes on top of you. It's never connected, so I don't know how bad damage it does. He does an around the world Yoyo Twix, a walk the dog Yoyo Twix, and a crazy, crazy crystal meth charge right at you and to the wall. Always runs into the wall. That's one of the few times that it's actually connected with me. For the most part, this boss's attacks are a joke. During the fight, you whittle his health down and you get these waves of enemies, or halfway through you get these poison ball rotatey things, which again, the Camel betrays you. So while I was fighting this guy, I didn't die, I just walked around him to the right, over and over, whittling his health down by hitting his butt with my chainsaw. And that's all I did. And that's the whole part of the slow grind of this game. Look at the clock. We're at 3.5 minutes. 9 minutes of my life wasted on a horrible, stupid boss. Just dumb, pointless cutscenes, no pause. Levels are a joyless grind. Every boss glitches. This is how you leave a level, which is sort of cool. It's like a nod to the originals. And every level is rehashed. It's stupid. And also my life was at 0 the entire time. I don't know why. I'm very upset. Pretty disappointing game. Remember to check out thesubtractive.com for some AITB stuff and their podcast, and thank you for watching.